why is everyone returning their Apple Vision Pro? Like a ton of people are returning this thing, and I might end up being one of them. I think I can explain my reasons, like pretty simply to you guys, but before I go into why I might return this thing, let me make the best case argument for keeping it. Like everyone's been asking me, like, what's it for? Is it actually worth it? Let me just explain what I think is probably the best argument for this thing and the crazy price tag. Get you there. I would say the best argument that I've come up with for the Apple Vision Pro is in the form of a question. If I asked you, how much would a 60-inch high-definition monitor be that could fold up into a case this small? You could take it anywhere with you, and then you just pop it open, and you have like a super high-definition 60-inch TV. That would be very expensive. It would be mind-boggling, actually. It would probably win at CES, because this year at CES, all the rage was about TVs that could kind of roll up and you could see through. Like the whole CES show, people could not stop talking about the roll-up see-through TVs. And this, I'm telling you, is like a 60-inch TV that you could fold up and just carry with you like this. I don't think in any way though that this was a bargain. Let me show you the two use cases though that I came up with where I was like, wow, I mean, that actually is pretty solid. And the first one is something that I do all the time, which is edit videos. You know, you travel a lot, maybe you're on an airplane, maybe you're at a bus stop, maybe you're just at a coffee shop. And let me tell you, editing on a laptop, kind of a nightmare. Wouldn't it be awesome if I had a 60-inch screen that I could just pop up in front of me and have that while I'm on a airplane or at a bus stop or coffee shop or sitting on a box at the beach. This is my first time using them at the beach, and I'm nervous about getting sand in them. Okay. They feel ridiculous every time you put them on. And into the goggle view here, you can see I'm at the beach and looking at my laptop. Kind of a nightmare to try to edit anything that would be on this laptop, but being able to pull up windows in front of me, use things in this virtual space, it kind of doesn't matter where you are, you can edit on a giant connection, because look at this, when I look at my laptop, I get the little connect, I tap connect, and now instead of this little 16-inch screen with all the assets, and look at the, oh my gosh, come on. Look at this window that I'm looking at. It's perfect. There's no glare, there's no reflections on it, there's no problem at all. I can make this pretty giant. Right now it's like 42 inches. I could put it up in the sky and I could be editing in the sky. Let's make this thing giant. This is like, I don't know, a 10-foot screen. So how much would a 10-foot screen cost that you could fold up and put in a bag that size, but that you could be sitting on the beach and have zero glare reflection on, and sit here and I can cut my video. I can edit my video no matter where I am. And you guys, or anyone that's around me, can't see what I'm working on the screen, because I'm in my own little world with these goggles. It's pretty impressive. Listen, as a use case for a video editor, this is pretty great. And then the second use case that I think most creators can relate to is trying to edit photos on their phone, or a tiny little screen, like my 6.5-inch iPhone. I go out, I take a bunch of photos, or maybe I've edited photos and I bring them into Lightroom, and now I'm on the go and I'm trying to edit them on here. It's kind of a terrible experience, once again, just to try to do creative work like that on a tiny little screen. And with this one, I can actually do this in the goggles themselves. I don't need my laptop with me, because I can use the Lightroom app. Not now. I can use the Lightroom app inside the goggles. So if I just had the goggles with me and my cell phone, because I'd want to take photos and then, upload them to Lightroom, now boom, here's my Lightroom catalog. I can do this on a giant screen. Look at how big this screen is. I know you can't tell from this 2D version of this, but right now, look, watch, I can pinch it and I can bring it all the way up to me. Right now, it's like this big in front of me, which is already a large screen. And when it's close to you, you can also touch things. Like you can just kind of touch them and swipe through. I could scroll through down here and I could find some of our favorite photos. I can actually touch and interact with this, and I can touch and interact with my sliders. So if I want to, oh, hey, come on. If I want to move a slider around a little bit, I can, or I can just look at it. If it's maybe a little further away, I can look at the slider, I can pinch, and now I can adjust my exposure and get it exactly dialed in where I want. So just traveling with a headset, I could be on an airplane right now, and right now, I don't know, it's probably a 60-inch screen right now. This, I bet, is a 60-inch screen floating in the air. And I'm at the beach, it's super bright and sunny. I probably couldn't see photos on my phone anyways. And in this, I have a perfectly beautiful, glare-free, high-resolution screen. How much would that cost? Probably a lot. That would cost a lot. This is almost convincing me to keep it right now. This is like the weird mental gymnastics that you end up doing when you've bought this thing and you have it and you experience this craziness. But there obviously are drawbacks. There's reasons why everyone's returning theirs, and let's talk about those.
Before I get to that though, let me first thank the sponsor of today's video, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes in everything from illustration to graphic design to photography, music, marketing, and productivity. And Skillshare has something called Learning Paths, and the one that I've been doing lately is Procreate Basics. Get started with digital illustration. Drawing is hard, but this learning path took me into Procreate on my iPad, and with over 7 hours of instruction, pretty much walked me through the process. It starts with Brooke Glazer's class, which broke down pretty much everything within Procreate in a 2-hour lesson. Jamie Bartlett's diving into texturing within Procreate. Rich Armstrong walked me through effects like marbling within Procreate. And Sandra Mejia, Mimi Chow, and Adam Palmer took me to the next level within Procreate. I am so impressed with how much I was able to learn through this one learning path. And that is just one of many learning paths within Skillshare. If you want to start your learning journey with Skillshare, shoot to the first link in the description, and the first 500 people to use that link will get a 1-month totally free trial to Skillshare. 1 month of unlimited learning, totally for free. I think once you try that 1 month though, you'll see why sticking with Skillshare, it's pretty awesome. Again, first 500 people, use that link down in the description.
And the first one is that beyond the entertainment value of this device, which, by the way, the entertainment value is wild. I've been sitting on my couch watching Rick and Morty at nighttime while my wife is just sitting there reading a book, and I'm laying there watching Rick and Morty on a 20-foot screen. I've got my AirPods in. I am having a wild theatrical experience watching this show, and my wife isn't disturbed by it at all. So for entertainment value, obviously, amazing piece of technology. But let's go back to the productivity. Yes, this is a giant screen, and it is wild to see your photos like this, to interact with your photos like this, to be able to look up here. I can just tap into things. I can go into a different edit. I can just pull up Morgan right here. This is a photo shoot we did for her band. And I mean, this is a beautiful way to look at my images, but it's slow. This is a slower way to interact with my images than if I were on my computer or if I were on my iPad. Even on my phone, although it's this tiny little screen, I can do things much faster. So to be able to like copy and edit here at the corner, pinch, I would copy my settings, get them all copied. I would go over to my next image. That one's a little warmer, so this actually might work out well that we paste these across. Perfect. But now if I want to make some adjustments, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at these sliders, and yeah, I can kind of grab them, but the precision that you need to be able to just look, like it kind of jumps around, and all of a sudden it's super bright. I'm like, nope, too bright, not bright enough. Come back, right there. Nah, I want a little more. Come on, give me a little, nope, too far. 50 what? Give me like 55, come on. You see the accuracy of working with it. It's just not there yet. The precision of the eye tracking is wild, but when I try to grab something, if I want to go into a curve here, oh shit. Oh, see, I'm all over the place now. Come on, click in. Nope, wrong photo. Oh boy. But this is an app that's actually designed for your iPad. So granted, these aren't Lightroom apps designed for Apple Vision Pro, but it's just like a little buggy, like it's a little slow. I want to grab my shadows and bring them down. It's just a little funky to work with. The other thing that I would say as a creative here, because that's kind of why I bought it, was like I want to be able to edit videos, edit photos on the go while I'm traveling. It's not a reference monitor by any means. So the sharpness, the white balance, the tint, seeing and understanding where those values are at is kind of tricky in here. And I've actually found that when I bring it here and I make it almost as small as possible, now it's about a 16-inch screen. Like this is about my laptop size. I feel like I can get a much better gauge when it is smaller of what the image looks like as far as white balance goes. If I go into my color here and I want to play with that white balance, I grab this. And man, I don't know. It's just every time I've been working in here, I look at it and I go, I think the white balance is right. It looks mostly right, but I kind of want to check it on my phone or my iPad because, again, not reference monitor level imagery in here. So yes, the Apple Vision Pro is incredible for watching content, for consuming content, but when you flip to the production side of content, it just slows everything down. It is a hindrance to my workflow, and speed is everything. In workflow, when you are a creator and you are trying to make content, whether it be for the internet or a client, speed is king, and the Apple Vision Pro, it slows things down. And for $3,500, before you've added AppleCare and all the accessories that you're gonna buy, you're pretty much gonna be at like $4,500. For $4,500, I need this to make my business better. I need this to make my workflow better, and it doesn't. So yeah, most people are returning the Apple Vision Pro right now because beyond an entertainment device, it doesn't offer a lot. And unfortunately, I think I'm in the same boat. I think I'm returning the Apple Vision Pro. It is crazy seeing your images this size. I know they're not actually this size, like they're just projected to my eyeballs, but to me, man, this is a 30-foot screen and I'm at the beach. Beautiful spot to flip through photos. Rawr. Oh, this is great. Damn it, now I want to keep it. Should I keep it?